Hello and welcome. Come on in. I am getting ready to talk about the passing of our pets. There are so many pets that are transitioning to the other side right now. I want to talk to you guys about it and help you with your grief. And it is real. You're allowed to grieve your pet. No, this video is not sponsored by Harley Davidson. However, if you're watching out there, Harley, I wear a size fat boy. All right, come on in. We are going to talk about the passing of our pets. And as I begin that, I am going to burn a little sage here in the studio, neutralize my own negative energy. I have been feeling a little bit down in the dumps. It's the middle of winter. Everybody's got cabin fever. You can neutralize your energy anytime you want to with sage. If you just feel bad, if you feel sick, it's an antimicrobial. Oftentimes I have people say, I have asthma. Well, I have not heard anybody say that they've had an asthma attack yet because it does clear the air. Just don't breathe it directly. So I'm going to bless myself with that. I am also going to bless the paranormal flashlight that you guys keep asking about. This is the new one, and I am still asking for only beings of the light to come in. Beings of the light are my spirit guides, guardian angels, and ascended masters. And you guys can say that every day, because when you do, and when you welcome them in your home and say that every day, I welcome in my spirit guides, guardian angels, and ascended masters, you're throwing a perimeter of protection around you, your house, and your family. So you can do that every day if you need to. All right. Going to talk about the passing of pets. This is a time right now when I'm trying to get the light adjusted. It's a new light, and I don't know if it and I have not bonded yet, or if spirit is reluctant to come into the new light, but I have not had a lot of luck with this yet. I had somebody tell me to turn the light almost on. Well, you know what? I feel spirit when they take control of the light, and usually when I asked them if they could give me a wink or a blink, I often got it. So I do believe we have it in the right spot. This one is so bright, I don't know how to set it for you guys so that it doesn't blind you. All right. Hopefully, I know you'll see that. It just lights up the room. All right, we have been seeing a ton of pets passing. I mentioned earlier in the year that this was a 9-year. And there is a lot of things that come to end in 9 years. Relationships, jobs. If it is something that is not serving you for a higher purpose, it will find a time to kind of finish up. Not everything, but a lot of things. And that kind of includes pets. So before I get into the whole pet scenario quite yet, I want to remind you about just to hit that like button. Please subscribe and share. I want to remind you about the soul contract that humans, we all enter into it. And for years, I thought it was only humans. As I have become more attuned to animals, I am learning a little bit different, but let me remind you how that goes. Before we're born, our soul stands before God, and we come into agreement on most of the major trials and tribulations that we're going to face down here and the lessons from it, okay? Pets do the same thing. They have a soul. So in order for that soul to come down here, they have to be in agreement also with their mission down here. I have never seen an animal yet die that wasn't ready. The soul prepares it that physical body ahead of time. Whether it's by natural death, old age, or perhaps if a pet gets hit with a car, maybe. That pet beforehand, before this lifetime, came into agreement to serve for that time frame. So that the animal is actually already mentally ready to make the transition. The same is true if you have to put a pet down. I get a lot of messages from you guys saying, I think I have to put old Fluffy down. She's got some problems. How do I know when the right time is? Well, you'll kind of know it and feel it. You know, your veterinarian will guide you through that process a little bit. But the dog already has given you permission, or it could be a bird, could be a fish. Well, we don't choose to put fish down, but that dog or cat could be a ferret, could be the family lizard. That pet has already given you permission that it's okay, Mama, let me go. So you are never wrong when you make that decision about the time you need to make it. I'm going to expand on that just a little bit and talk about animals that we eat. So many New Age followers are vegan because they don't want to hurt animals, and you can't just kill them for your own gain. That's not right. That animal also has a soul. It made the same agreement. It came down here knowing it would give its life to serve humanity. That's it. It took that job on willingly and lovingly. So many people that in my area of the country, we do a lot of deer hunting here. And so many first-time deer hunters are so afraid to pull the trigger on that pew-pew and take that animal's life. But that animal chose to come down here and serve. It chose to give its life just to benefit others. So I don't want you to feel bad about that. What you should do is, if you are somebody that does have animals that you raise to eat, I have to be careful about the B-U-T-C-H-E-R word. It gets, AI will pick it out and shit can my video. But if you do harvest animals, even rabbits, chickens, ducks, turkeys, make sure you thank them. Oftentimes we see in Westerns, when an Indian kills a deer, that they thank you, brother, for serving, giving your life for mine. So always thank them if you're taking that animal to harvest. That's the least you can do. But I want you to know, as I go on with this, okay, when they transition over, if it was a beloved family pet, they will come back and visit. They will come back. I had a Rottweiler who had been dead, let's see, 5, 9. He'd been dead and gone 4 or 5 years. And I moved to a different house. And you guys all know about Miss Maggie back here behind me. She's my pal. She was his companion too. Old Knucklehead. I named him Knucklehead after it is. Knucklehead is a Harley Davidson engine of the old days. But Knucklehead passed away. And one night, as Maggie and I are laying in bed watching TV, and I've got my arm on her, rested on her, the bed jiggled a lot. My first impulse was earthquake, because it wasn't her moving. A split second takes to process it. Nothing else was moving in the room. No mirrors, none of the lamps. It actually felt like a big dog climbing on the bed. That dog returned to me, even in a different house. So they're not confined by boundaries and walls. That dog returned at a time, and I was pretty bummed and pretty down and blue. And he came back just to say, I'm here with you. So many of you are having senior pets, and this is a time for a few more elderly or ailing pets to transition across. My son lost one just yesterday. It was kind of a hard blow for him. He has never had any kids, so he and his wife chose to rescue dogs that were going to be euthanized. They kind of rescued them in the final moments, before the dog's final countdown. They rescued them, gave them a good home, and between the two of them, they gave them these. They were like 6 or 8, I believe. The pack was at the most, and most of them had pit bull in them, because people breed pit bulls and everybody thinks they want one. Then they find out no, they don't, and they just they give them up. They get rid of them. They turn them loose. They give them to kill shelters. But my son and his then wife had this pack of dogs that was their family, and now it has been 10 or 12 years since they got the first one, and they are starting to. He's lost a couple of pets here this last 6 months, so a lot of you are losing them. I want you to know the grief is real with a pet. It's absolutely real. You're allowed to grieve them. It is something that some people will scoff at you. Oh, well, you don't understand because, you have real kids. No, it doesn't make a difference. That pet, way back when it made its soul contract, literally chose the path that who was going to come along and rescue it. Who best will provide for me in a situation like that? So I want you to know that it's okay to grieve. I want you to know that there is no timeline on that healing process either. 5 years after Knucklehead passed, he jiggled that bed, and I'm going to tell you, the tears just rolled, and it overwhelmed me. Number one, because I missed him, and number two, because he was coming to just give me support and pick me up. So there you have it, you guys. I want you to know it's okay to grieve your pets. We are in a time frame where some more pets are going to go. We've got Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, and Mars, and they all are in a configuration that is just kind of perfect for senior, elderly pets, ill pets. Some of you have pets that have had chronic illnesses that they actually could go, and it is a time like this where the transition happens rather easily too. So it is not as hard as a long beleaguered illness. All right, you guys, there you have it. Love those pets while they're here. Take care of them. I don't want to hear the belly aching about, if it's cold out, bring them in. No. We have huskies. Okay? Some pets love outside. I'm a farm girl. We're not all willy-nilly about Bring them in. However, don't abuse them and don't leave them out. There's a big difference. All right, there you have it. I want you guys to know that I never leave you, that I don't sincerely bless you with love and light. See you soon.